Hey you guys, I just wanted to show you my greenhouse setup. It is a hydroponic setup, and eventually I'll change it to, well, I'll change part of it to aeroponics setup. But I want to show you this first. So this is live being updated to a Raspberry Pi. So here you can see these are sensors that are out in the greenhouse. This shows temperature, humidity for the outside, temperature, humidity for the inside. And this is really useful, especially in the wintertime. So I can see at 6 a.m. it's 45 degrees outside. So I know if I need to go out and start a fire or not. On the other hand, it's nice to know that at, what is that, almost 4 o'clock or so, that it is 47 outside. And all of this is ran off of a Raspberry Pi, which is this guy right here. Really small microcomputer. You connect all your sensors into here, and then you have all your outputs and stuff here, but I don't really use any of those because it's all connected to Wi-Fi. So I'll take you outside and I'll show you what that looks like. When we started this over here was the first section, and this was just an open side to the garage. And then after we built that side, I lost my job, so I decided I need to keep myself busy. So then I built this whole side. So over here we have the chicken coop and the chicken run in front, and then we have all the wood, and this is the main entrance right here. Up on top, you can't really see them right now, but there's 2 solar panels up there, 365 watts each. And that's enough to power everything in the greenhouse, so it's off the grid. Here's the chickens. As of right now, we only have 2 left. One died from being so old, and the other one got drug away by either a cat or a dog or something the other day. So they're not too happy, but they're in lockup right now. So here's the inside of the first greenhouse. I'll show you all the plants and everything. Over here, here's the charge controller for the solar panels. So everything is mounted up above in the garage. I have 4 car batteries and the inverter up there, which then plugs into these lights and all the electrical. That Raspberry Pi that is getting all the information for the sensors is hiding back in here. I need to clean up some of those connections, but eventually that will be able to tell me water levels, pH, and everything like that. We'll turn lights on and off. So over here, we'll start with the plants. We have broccoli right along the side. I mean, look at this guy, this huge piece of broccoli. And we have some Roma tomatoes. Now it's been getting cold in here, so on the back we have 2 tomato plants, and that's it. We have the Roma tomatoes here, and we have pear tomatoes over there. On top, this was an experiment that I was trying with the rain gutter to put some plants in and let some water run down this from a pump, and see if I could get plants to start that way. Down here we have some strawberries, which I transplanted right before it started getting really cold out. So I think this guy's gonna take, but I don't know about those ones. And we have a raspberry plant, which I'm testing out in this grow bed. There's some more Roma tomatoes. These are some succulents that Tiffany and I made. There's some green onions from one of our friends that we got. So now the way that this works is that we have the grow bed, and we have these 2 tanks, and there's actually a 3rd tank right down here. You can see a little bit of the white. And we have this tank, which has a electric blanket on it to keep it warm, and then those 2 tanks. So this is all gravity fed, so the water starts up here and comes down this pipe, which goes into here, which is then comes out this way and fills this tank, and also goes down the back, and that's the water you hear falling back there. It fills up this tank, And what's cool about this is all doesn't need electricity or anything like that, except for one pump that gets the water all back up into the top. But this right here is a pump that when it fills up, it'll just drain everything super fast. Really nice, manual. Don't ever have to, I've had to clean it once, and that's because the pear tomato decided it wanted to invade, and there was like 2 inches of roots down there that were just solid. So from there, when that drains down into the white tank. This tank also drains into the white tank, and the white tank has a pump that has a float on it, which then pushes the water all back up into here and stores it in these two and this one. So that's been really, really nice. Have had some problems with leaking, and I think that's going to be an ongoing thing, because this whole greenhouse is made with materials that people were getting rid of. All the wood you see was all pallet wood. I think in this one there was about 80 pallets total. Break them down, you use the 2x4s, which you can see right here, and then all the planks. Also makes really good firewood. So we have our firewood storage and our fireplace, which I'm going to replace soon with a rocket stove, I think. So this was the first greenhouse. I'm going to show you the second one. So this one also has lights, has everything you need in here as well. This one is a little bit better because it has all these big windows and this big grow bed, which I was gonna do the same thing that I did in that other one, but this is gonna be the aeroponics grow bed. So this will have about 8 inches of water on the bottom, and then everything will be up a little bit higher. So about here is where the plants will be grown. And the way it's going to work is it's going to send the nutrients with the water, and it's going to mist it into the roots, which I have a whole bunch of these right here. So the plants end up growing on this. You'll have a whole bunch of space with air down to the water with misters that will just mist the roots, getting the plants the nutrients. And so that's the idea with this one right now. You can see here, this is some test lettuce, which I'm really proud of. This is the first stuff that looks really, really good, and it's been growing for a couple months now. So here's all this, and then eventually what I'm going to do on this back wall is we're going to put vertical growers and like a drip line system that will have strawberries or lettuce or something like that, and then all of that will drain down here into the pond, which is a mess right now because the chickens have been kicking stuff out, and I've also neglected to do anything with it since it's been leaking so much. But this will hold a whole bunch of water, which will then go back into the grow bed and back up to the back wall. And in here is the chicken coop. Nice easy access to get in and clean out, which I need to do still. Here we have a fan to help push the exhaust out, the heat in the middle of summer. I need to put another one in. I think I'm going to put it up here. But all of this is also all wired up for the Raspberry Pi, so eventually we'll be able to tell water level, pH, temperature in the grow bed, in the pond, and the temperature in the chicken coop, as well as being able to turn on a light and a heater in the chicken coop when it gets too cold, and open and close a door that will let the chickens in and out in the wintertime. So that is the greenhouse, and it is continuing to grow and expand, and who knows what it's going to look like next year. But I'm hoping by the end of summer, or the end of winter actually, that I can get the rest of the aeroponics in. I already have almost everything I need. I just need some time and another Home Depot trip, hopefully just one. But this is the greenhouse. I love you guys, and I hope you're having a good day.